See if we get some people on this thing tonight. Hoping everybody having a good day. We are live tonight. Got some good stuff to talk about tonight. Got some stuff I want to put out to everybody. Couple things Proud Black Fathers got going on here in the near future. Then we're gonna get right into talking about this importance of parenting. And I know some of y'all might be looking at like, oh man, he's a young cat. What do you know about parenting? Well, we're gonna discuss some of them things tonight. If y'all with me, give me a hey in the comment section. Get a little bit of the shout outs. Then we're gonna jump right into it. First, let me start off by saying thank you to everyone liking, following, and sharing the page. Thanks to everyone for doing that. Really means a lot. Proud Black Father movement is continuously growing every day. We are up to 85,000 likes, I think, about 90-some thousand followers. So thank you guys for that, for following the page and sharing all of the content. Let's start by, if you're on right now, go ahead, like and share this live video, because it's something very important that needs to be talked about tonight, which is the importance of being a parent, especially in today's society. Now, any moment you got something you want to put out, go ahead, put it in the comment section. I might even bring you on live so you can get your part out to the people too. So, I'm going to just start out by giving out a couple things that we got going up in the Proud Black Father land, Proud Black Father movement. We got coming up over the summer. We got the Fathers Across the South tour that we're doing. We're going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're going to go down to Houston. Then we're going to go over to Atlanta, Georgia. In those three cities and states, we're going to be doing a father-daughter dance. We're going to be doing a family day with all types of little things. We're going to do just some different things as the Fathers Across the South tour. Just stay tuned for that. It's going to be during the summer. Just stay tuned for that. Maybe you guys can come from other cities into these big cities. If you want to be a part of that, send us a message in the inbox. We'll be glad to work with you on those different things, because the Proud Black Father movement is definitely growing and is definitely getting recognized all over. So now we're going to jump into the good stuff, which is pretty much the importance of being a parent. So I'm going to give you a little bit about where I'm from. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I grew up in a tough, rough neighborhood. I didn't let my environment stick with me as I grew up through the years. I grew up, left, joined the military, did a couple things, got out. Now I'm doing a little bit of contracting here and there. And in my neighborhood, is not a lot of people who live to see 21. It's a blessing if you live to see 25. And the reason I'm saying this is because some things can be prevented if we as parents are doing what we're supposed to do by our children. A lot of things that's going on nowadays. What I see in society is parents are starting to let technology raise their children. They are starting to let TV raise their children. They're starting to let the environment raise their children, which is, environment is one of the worst things that you can let raise your child, especially if you don't have a tight hold on to your child. So those three things: technology, TV, and the environment. And I guess you could throw social media, but I might put that in with technology. But we got people letting these different things raise your child, instead of you as a parent doing what you're supposed to do as a parent, which is raising your child. And so I'm gonna tell you a little bit something about where I'm from. So in my neighborhood, well, where I'm from, we had a kid, age 17. He was gunned down by a cop. Now everyone, first thing, oh man, he gunned down by a cop. It's bad, racial profiling, etc., etc. And first I'm like, oh man, that's jacked up. This jacked up. He got gunned down by a cop, kid black, cop white. Until the video came out, everyone was screaming, "Hey, where's the video?" And usually a video, when things like that, it has to take about 6 months just to come out. This only took 3 days to come out. So the video comes out, and man, the kid was 17. This kid, what happened was the cops, the cops was being friendly. He pulled the kids out the car. They were up 2 in the morning. I guess they were speeding. The cops pulled them over. Cops said it smells like weed up right in the car. Pulled them all out of the car. Started questioning them, what's going on and whatnot. Cops weren't rude or nothing. Even tried to relate with the kids. Hey, those are new shoes. Cops asked that. Been relating with the kids. He got searching them. And he asked kids, did you have anything on you? The kids were saying no. Then there's one kid, which is one that was shot. He started searching him, and he had a gun on him. And so the kid, while he was on the ground, started squirming, saying, "Oh, I can't go back to jail." And he grabbed a gun, he cocked it, and he started shooting at the police while he was on the ground. And so that in turn, the cops end up shooting the kid. And all the while, everyone in the neighborhood was saying, "Oh, the cops are wrong." Well, it turned out the cops was not wrong, because at the end of the day, those cops have a life too, and they have kids and family to go to too. So it was either them or him. So after that came out, his mother was like, "Oh, we still want justice. But I don't see what you want justice on." This kid, when they started doing the story, started checking the background, this kid was on probation. He was wanted in different counties for robbery that he had got away with. But he was wanted in different counties for robbery. And he was on probation, supposed to be in the house by 5 o'clock. And this is why I stress the importance of being a parent. Because when I was coming up, oh man, I got smacked upside the head. My mom, boy, if I said something wrong, my mom reaching for everything around her just to hit me with. Anything she could have picked up at that moment to hit me with, I got hit with it. These kids these days are not growing up with that. They're letting technology, TV, social media raise their kids. The environment raise their kids. And that is the biggest mistake that you can do as a parent, is let all of these different things raise your child. Because I guarantee if that mother was playing that a little bit more of a grasp hold, doing what's much more she's supposed to do as a parent, taking hold of that child, bringing him in, saying, "Hey, you're messing up. This is what you're going to do. You're going to live by my rules." Like our parents did us, then he might be alive today. Rest in peace to him. But that's just a sad truth, Shoot, and it is hard. It is hard when you hear about a 17-year-old got gunned down, but at the same time, when you got the kid out here, well, number one, why does a 17-year-old have to walk around with a gun anyway? Why does he have the gun? Who gave him the gun? Why are you or whoever sold this little young 17-year-old a gun? Who gave it to him? Why? And him as his friends, why are y'all doing all of this? And y'all know he's supposed to be in by 5 o'clock p.m. anyway. Y'all out 2 in the morning speeding, just asking for trouble. And to be honest, the kid himself, he should have just went and took the gun charge. He should have just went and took the gun charge, because you would have still had your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Like when I was coming up, man, my mom, she always told me, everyone is not your friend. Everyone is not your friend. And I did not realize that until sometime in high school when some BS went down. I finally realized what she was saying was the truth. Everyone is not your friend. So that whole situation could have been avoided if multiple things could have went down. The mom, she could have watched who the child was hanging around with. She knew the child was on probation. He's supposed to be in the house by 5 o'clock. She should have told him to be in the house by 5 o'clock. And I got it. It might be hard to keep up with a teenage boy for a single mom. I got it. But that is where you supposed to have kept that grasp on him coming up. Coming up. Somewhere along the line, you start falling off and let him do all of these things and start letting him get out there and do all of this. Somewhere you fell off as a parent with keeping a tight grasp on him. I have 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter, 5 and 2. I make it my responsibility to call them every day. They don't live here. They live with their mom. But I call them every day, see what they're doing. Make sure my son is good in school. Make sure his grade is good. My daughter's too. I work with her words. She's starting to speak more. It's just that playing that part as a parent. Making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do as children. Taking them away from what society, the bad side of society, is giving them these days. It's all bad. So, and I know some people saying, "Oh man, the father should be more involved with the child," which that is true. That is true. I understand some fathers are not with their children. That's why I kind of made this page to try to hopefully get these fathers that are not involved with their children, trying to change their ways to be more involved with their child, because kids need their father. And I cannot stress that enough. Kids need their father. Because sometimes we just got that more masculine thing about us when it comes to our kids. Like some kids, they hear daddy's name when they finna get in trouble. Oh man, it's game over. You know what I'm saying? They automatically snapping like that. I don't know what it is about men and our children, but it's just when they hear our name, they automatically straight good to go. Like my kids are like that. My kids are like that, man. But like I say, man, kids need their father, because it's in today's society, man, especially then when you this color, man, it's hard. It's hard when you don't have a father, man. It's hard being a black man too in today's society. So that's what I just say, just being a parent, man. Another thing that went on in my family, another thing that went on my back in my home city, man. I was home this past I was back in Arkansas this past weekend, man. It comes up a kid in a ski mask or whatever. No, this was Christmas time. This is about Christmas time. 2 days before Christmas. A man, a guy's sister, she had 3 kids. Apparently 3 guys went into this woman's house, shot her and the 3 kids. Shot her and her 3 kids. They caught 2 of the guys, and guess how old these people were? 15 and 16-year-old boys. One was 15, one was 16. Went in, shot this woman and her 3 kids. Just let that sink in. And this is 15 and 16-year-old boys. If we were doing more as parents, that could have been prevented. Because these kids nowadays, they feel that they got something to prove to the next guy to fit in. We as parents are supposed to instill in them that it's cool. It's cool to not fit in. To not follow that dumb crowd. To stay in school. Get in those books. How many of these parents, and I'm getting a little bit emotional about this. How many of these parents ask your kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Parents are not even asking their kids this question these days. Parents are not even asking their. I was talking to in my hometown. I was talking to a 9-year-old. He was a boy in the projects that I grew up in. Every time I go home, I always walk around the projects. I talk to the people there. I was talking to him. I said, his father wasn't in the home. He was with his mom. I talked to him. I said, hey, man, you know, what's your name? How old are you? He said, what did he say now? I think his name was Jonathan, Jonathan or something like that. And he said, I asked him, I said, how old are you? And I said, he said 9. I said 9. Well, he said 9. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. And I said, where your mom at? Oh, he said she's in the house. And I said, what you doing outside? He said, I'm just playing with my friends and whatnot. And I said, okay, cool, man. His friends come running over. They over there got the football. They playing around and stuff. And also, I asked them all. I said, hey, I see I got the football there. What y'all want to be when you grow up? You want to be football players? You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the NFL and play with the greats up there, you know? And they said, yeah, we want to go up play in the NFL. I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all have thought about what if y'all didn't make it to the NFL? You know what I'm saying? What y'all want to do? They're like, oh, we just want to play football. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. Let me see the football. I got to play around with them a little bit. So, and I asked them, I said, hey, your mom ever asked y'all what y'all want to be when y'all grow up? They said, no. So I said, that's why I came to the conclusion that parents are not even asking their kids what they want to be when they grow up anymore. And that's crazy. Why are you as a parent not even asking your child, not even pushing your child to think about their future? There is more to life than just giving them hopes and dreams of going to the league. Because not every kid is made to be in the league. We got to instill in these kids that it's cool to be in these books. It's cool to learn. It's cool to go to the library. We got to take away that extra space that we're giving them to go out here and to get into trouble with these knuckleheads. And we got to replace that with something productive that they can learn from. We got to be that role model to them. Okay, so everyone don't come from the same background. Everybody don't got the same tools and resources like other people. But at the same time, you have to be that role model for your child. You are the number one line for your child. You are the first in line for your child. You're the first person that the child look up to. So, man, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. Because it hit me here, man, to hear them kids say that they didn't get asked what they want to be when they grow up. So they don't even know what's out there besides football and what's in the environment. They don't even know what's out there. Because the school's barely teaching them these days. The school teaching them what? History. You know what I'm saying? What they going to do with history when they get older? It's our job as parents to teach them what's out there. Other than football. Other than just basketball, which is all good and dandy if they do make it, because some kids do make it. But at the same time, not every kid is made to cut out to be a sports player. And that's where we as parents come in. We come in to teach our kids that there's something more out there than just basketball and football, more than what the environment is providing our kids these days, because the environment is barely providing anything good for our kids. The environment is producing a lot of bad for our kids. Shoot, drugs, especially the music. If your kid listen to, you know what I'm saying, shoot up the club, shoot this dude for doing whatever, shoot this dude for snitching, blah 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 blah. What you think's gonna come of it? You know what I'm saying? So and then another thing is, we gotta watch who our kids is hanging around. We definitely gotta watch who our kids is hanging around. I know curfew has kind of went out the door these days with parents, but y'all need to bring that back. Curfew. I had a curfew coming in when I lived my mom was a single mom for Majority of her life, she been a single mom. She was a single mother, raised me and my kids till my dad came back into our life. About the age of 6, 7, he came back into our life, and you know, he started doing us. And you know, we came up on a curfew. You got to bring back curfew. That curfew was in by street lights. Sometimes as we got older, it was like 9 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. But that curfew kept us out of trouble, just like their curfew would have kept that kid out of trouble. We as parents got to get back to how we were before. We got to get back to how we were before. Now I know some people might be like, oh, if I beat my kid, the cops might come or whatever. I guarantee you, if you whooping your kid ass and a cop show up and you sit there and explain to him what's been going on, the cops ain't gonna care. He might want to beat the kid with you. I seen a video where a kid had called the cops. And the cops had said what's going on. The kid said, oh, my mom beat me or whatever. And the cop was a black dude. He said, hey, what you do? The kid said what he did. And he said, you lucky I don't whoop your ass. And he said the cop that they explained him, he said, this is your mother. She's the one raising you right now. She the one providing for you, putting a roof over your head. She trying to keep you out of trouble, and you sitting up here disrespecting her because you think it's cool. You think it's cool to disrespect. You, what, because you seen your homeboy doing it, you think that shit cool? That shit ain't cool. Man, as I was growing up, I had a big brother. My big brother beat the shit out of me one time I talked back to my mama. So it's just like, what are we doing? What are we teaching our kids these days? What are we doing these kids? What are we teaching these kids these days? That's kind of like one of the reasons why I made the Proud Black Father movement. Because it's just that important. We need this. We as black men, we need this. We as a black community, we need this. Shout out to the proud black mothers out there doing it alone. Shout out to I will never forget the proud black mother because I got a proud black mother. Shout out to the proud black mothers out there, man. That's doing it by yourself. That man, he gonna realize that he messed up in the future. But like I told you, man, there's a lot of stepdaddies out there willing to step up. Stepdaddy season is on. It's on. Stepdaddy season is on for y'all, man. And it's a lot of good ones out there. Try to get your, if you don't, and here's another thing, especially with our black sons, our black princes out here, kings. If you don't have a man in your household, let's try to find him a father figure to look up to. Coach. I had a coach coming up. Uncle. Grandpa. Somebody that can try to teach him the man side of it. The man side of life. How to respect women. How a man is supposed to provide for his family. Basically the hard stuff to being a man. Let's not make them soft. Let's get these boys hard. Let's see these boys take responsibility. Let's not teach these boys to be weak. Let's get them knowledge. Let's get them knowledge of self. Let's teach them that it's something better than just basketball, football. How about that? So I just wanna hear from y'all, man. I'm gonna look down at the comments. I really have been looking at the comments. I've been seeing some people say stuff up in here. Shout out Sincere with her 7. Shout out to that boy Bluntville. You know what I'm saying? That boy Marcus Green. Shout out to everybody watching the video. Share, like this video. We live tonight. We talking about parenting, the importance of parenting. We finna start saving our black kids, man. We finna start saving our black babies. Alright? So I want to hear what y'all got to say on the subject, the importance of parents, and what you think we missing on. What you think needs to be instilled back into the black family. What you think is missing? Where we messing up at? I want to hear it. Shout out Donna from Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to boy Tony Ross. How you doing, Miss Jessica? We got Cherie Collins. That boy E-Twin Mitchell. What's up? What's up? Jessica Williams, she said, back when I was talking about the technology and all that, raising the kids, she said lazy parenting. That's definitely honest truth. Lazy parenting. We got to stop being lazy out here. We got to actually get out here with our kids and start doing stuff with our kids. Paying attention to what our kids doing. All these kids got cell phones these days. Tablets. I didn't have none of that growing up. I had to take my behind outside and play for entertainment. Some people these kids don't even drink out of water holes no more. You know what I'm saying? They acting bougie out here now. Talking about some bottled water. I grew up off drinking out the water hose. Hot dogs and noodles. Hot dogs and beans. You know what I'm saying? These kids bougie nowadays. They don't even want that life. You know what I'm saying? Name some of the things that you grew up on and these kids ain't growing up on. Shoot, I ain't had my first cell phone till I was 16, and I had a job to pay for the bill myself. I had to go get the phone myself. My parent ain't gonna give me that dang on phone. I had to go get him a dang on self. So let's hear what you guys thinking that what you guys think that need to be put back into the family that you guys threw up on. My boy E-Twin, he said, fathers have too many excuses. She won't allow me to see this kid. An excuse. That's what the court system is for. I can understand that. The court system is there, but not everybody got the money to pay for big time lawyer. Not everybody. Cause I went to that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She won't let me see the kid, and it's hard for me to get a good lawyer and stuff like that. Eventually, we worked it out as adults. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree with some of that, and some of that I'm a little off about. Sincere, she said, when I'm 42, listening to your show, and it's a lot I can say, so I'm taking it all in. Sincere, go ahead and share what you want, mama. Go ahead, put it out there. Sharon, she said, and also put where y'all from, so we can shout out where y'all from. Sharon, she said, families need to sit together, have dinner, put the cell phones down, and communicate. Oh my gosh, that is a big one. Yes, families don't even sit down no more. Everybody go get the food. Do they even cook dinner anymore? Do they even cook dinner anymore? And sit down and eat as a family? I don't even think a lot of families even doing that anymore. I think the kids come in and make their own meal, or the meal is made and they just get their own plate or whatever. We need to bring that back. Sitting down, talking about your day, what you learned at school, how your grades going, anybody at school messing with you, is everything good, you know? Yes, we definitely need to bring back on that. Put the cell phones down. Put the cell phone down and communicate. We got my boy Jason Stanford. He said, thanks for sharing positive info and empowering message. It is so necessary for black men to step up. We got to step up as men. You know what I'm saying? We got to become the providers and the protectors for our community. He also said responsibility starts with us. Communities need more local/state fatherhood programs to provide. Give me 1 second. I'm about to pull up. To provide dads with social support and empowerment. Also, I like to take this moment to shout out to the boy Coleman from Atlanta, Georgia. He got a organization out there called the Fighting Fathers. We got an event coming up this year. I'm partnering with him as this event in Atlanta, Georgia, September 28th, I think is the time frame, called the iFather Conference. We're gonna be down there. We're gonna be powering these fathers, giving them some tools, teaching them some stuff to get us back up there to where we need to be. We got Sincere. She said, today we live in a wicked world. We definitely do. We definitely do, man. Like when I heard about them 3 young teenagers going up in there killing that woman and her kids, man, whatever the case may be, gang violence, they was paid for the hit or whatever it is, that shit is wicked, man. They need to bring back capital punishment, if you ask me. Bring back capital punishment for people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because That shit is just dead wrong, man. How you kill babies, man? When we start killing women and children, man, that shit ain't cool. Women and children? You want to be gangster? Gangsters back in the day didn't kill women and children. They might have beat the husband up or the dude up, but women and children they didn't get touched back in the day. And the old gangsters knew that. These today gangsters, they not gangsters. I don't know what they is, man. They got a new name for them. That boy E-Twin coming from Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out Jacksonville, Florida. We got Marcus Green from Brooklyn, New York. What's up, B? You know what I'm saying? I can't say it right, but I know that's what y'all be saying up there in New York. You know what I'm saying, son? You know. And my boy Mark Green said, no, families do not cook anymore. They don't cook dinner anymore. And that's another thing that we need to bring back, man. Dinner, sit down, put the phones down, or put the phones at the end of the table, and let's talk, man. Pull out your day, talk about who your friends are. Let's put everything on the table. You know what I'm saying? Hats off moment, a true to heart moment with your kids, man. We definitely need to have that. Let's get these kids out of these streets doing this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That boy John Baxter said, please just spend time with your kids as much as you can. That boy from the SIP, Mississippi, holding it down. Yes, man. Spend time with your kids, man. And that's another thing I know is parents not spending time with their kids. Who actually taking the time to sit there and play video games with the kids? Who because, you know what I'm saying, kids play video games these days. Who out there playing ball with their kids, playing baseball, throwing a ball with their kids, talking to their kids, stuff like that. We gotta do that. Who actually even have to talk with their kids these days? You know, the talk. You know what I'm saying? The what's it called? The bees and the birds, or the birds and the bees, or something like that. You know, all of this stuff. We gotta start teaching the kids about safe sex, freaking gang. Just stay the hell out of gang. My dad would beat my ass if he found out I was in gang. He's told me straight up, I'm gonna whoop your ass if I hear about you being in the gang out here. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start spending some more time with our kids. That boy Marcus Green, he said, black men has to stop letting society equate masculinity with being a thug. Our people are always wearing suits and ties. Oh my gosh, yes, man. Yes. Where did we go from? We were wearing suits and ties in the 60s, man. We were wearing suits and ties in the 60s. When did we come to today's thought of what a man is? Where did we lose focus from the suits and ties to all these different colors, you know what I'm saying? Colors in our hair and all of this craziness. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get back to that, man. We gotta get back to where it was cool to wear suits and tie. We trying to get back to it now, cause I'll be seeing it a little bit here and there. We getting back to where we want to be suits and ties, fresh down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get back to where it's cool to, you know, go to an interview and get a job. Cause nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you got kids don't even want to get a damn job these days. You know what I'm saying? They want the parents to take care of them, be 23, 24 years old, still staying with their mama. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to where it's suits and ties. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop promoting, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop promoting this hood look for the kids. Or you got to be this way, you know what I'm saying? You got to bang this, bang that. You know what I'm saying? We got to step up as a parent and pull them back from that. You know what I'm saying? Back to where we suits and ties. Back to where it's cool to, you know, go sit in the library and learn something. Where it's cool to pay attention to the teacher and get the freak up out the ghetto. Shoot, we got to teach them to freaking start buying up the block so we can make it somewhere, goddamn. Because the kids is the future. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. E-Twin, he said, my kids know if they text me while we are home together, I'm taking their phone. Make them get up and come look you in the face and speak to you. It helps develop their communication skills. Hey, actually, why y'all text? Y'all shouldn't be texting each other if y'all in the same house anyway. God dang it. You sit over here, that person upstairs, like my boy you will say, make they boy come downstairs and talk to you face to face. You know what I'm saying? It should never get to a point to where the child almost dang near controlling the parent. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't get to a point to where the child feel like they in control or lead the household. You know what I'm saying? So we got Sincere said, talk to your kids and spend time as much as you can. Definitely, definitely. And we got, she said, social media has killed pretty much the suits and tie for our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. Because when you look at social media nowadays, you got all these kids. You know, they want to be with all these colors. They want this old weird ass haircut. Whatever happened to the fresh? You know what I'm saying? With the waves. You know what I'm saying? What happened to all of that? They want to be weird haircuts with the whatever's going in their heads, and they want all the little fancy clothes and all of that good stuff. Shoot, when I was coming up, I had to work for mine. I had chores. How many kids still got chores these days? Or is you the parent freaking cleaning up everything? How many kids still got chores? How many kids still how many parents still make their kids do the chores to earn different things? My mom used to make me she had a little list set out for everyone, and we had our chores on there. And if we wanted something, we had to make sure our chores were done to get that. These kids don't even have that these days. These kids is out here running these streets. They out here running the streets while you, the parent, is sitting at the dang on house, not paying attention to what the hell they out there doing. So when they do get in trouble, freaking, now you want to look surprised. Now you want to look surprised, but you supposed to be that dang on parent teaching them right from wrong. They learning right from wrong in the streets. How you gonna learn something? How you gonna learn right from wrong while they out here in the streets? The streets teaching them wrong every day because that's what's put out there. Wrong. Wrong this. It's cool to rob. It's cool to take pills. It's cool to freaking go to all these little house parties and act a freaking dang fool. That's what it's teaching them. It's cool to do drugs. It's cool to be in a gang. Bang, bang, whatever. It's cool for all of that. That's what the society is teaching them. But we as parents are there to stop that and prevent that as much as we can. Because that is our job. That is our responsibility to them. That is our job as parents. To keep them away from that BS. To teach them from right or wrong. They didn't ask to be here. We brought them into this life. Well, no matter what the case is, we brought them into this life. So it's our job as parents to make sure that they are taken care of. We got Carrie Moffitt. She said, bring back modesty. We definitely got to bring back modesty. We got to bring back humbleness. Being humble, you know what I'm saying? Sincere, she said, take them phones, take them to the library, art galleries, and different things, and show them it's much more to them, to material things. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think these schools is taking them to a lot of museums, especially in the black neighborhoods. I don't even think they taking them on too many field trips. Period. I don't think the schools is taking them to these places. I know when I was coming up, we went to a couple museums, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was lame at the time, but that's just me as a kid. But I learned something when I was there. You know what I'm saying? I learned a little bit of this, a little bit of that when I went to these museums, with these little art galleries and to the library and stuff like that. We need to take our kids to these different places, you know what I'm saying? Take them somewhere different than just your normal Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. Let's take them somewhere they might can learn something. Or take them to a museum to probably help them figure out what they want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of different museums and some stuff out there to teach them different things. You know what I'm saying? You might take them to a little astronaut museum. Kid might be, oh man, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? Let's teach them something other than just taking them, letting them go learn basketball and football all the time, man. Because astronaut is a good thing. You know, that was my little dream coming up when I was a kid, was to be an astronaut. And when I talk to my son, he only 5 years old. He really don't understand sometimes. But I ask him, like, what you want to be when you grow up, Buddha? You know what I'm saying? What you want to be? What you want to do? He say, I want to be daddy. That's all it say. I want to be daddy. Like, well, you can't be me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be better than me. And I'm going to try to give you the tools that I didn't have. I'm going to try to give you the knowledge that I didn't have. It's not just about it's not just giving your child what you didn't have. It's about giving them the knowledge you didn't have coming up. You know what I'm saying? So just let that sink in for a little bit. Vanessa, she said they learning from the rappers. The music they listen to, does the songs pump young people up? Yes. No cell phones during family time, but people text in church. She says stay woke. Kimberly, she said mine does, and he's 6, cleans up behind himself. She talking about the chores. That's good, Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Kimberly. My boy E-Twin, he back. He said, my school and community growing up used to have a career fair so that they youngsters know what's required to reach their goals. Yes, man. Are these schools even have career fairs these days? When I was in high school, I don't remember having a career fair. I don't remember coming. I graduated class 2009. I don't remember having a career fair. And so I dang sure know that these kids ain't having no dang on career fair. These kids don't know nothing about credit when they coming out of school. They don't know nothing to simple. They know history though. They know about these presidents and blah, blah, blah. But they don't know about credit until it's jacked up. They don't know about budgeting until they already in the hole. They don't know all these life skills that they supposed to have. But guess what? Here go the crazy part. That's our job as parents. That is our job as parents, to give them that stuff. You best believe when my son started to get over and he give him a little job, I'm going to be teaching him how to budget his money. He might want to go spend it on this toy, that toy, or 13, 14, whatever, when he get him a job. He might want to go buy this and that, but I'm going to teach him how to start teaching him how to budget his money. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm his parent. I'm his dad. I'm just one that's supposed to protect and provide for him. And I'm not just talking about providing food and clothes. I'm talking about providing knowledge too. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of more men and women out here doing the same thing. Providing knowledge for these kids that they supposed to have. Providing them with these different activities to do other than just running the streets all day on day. That's what we got to do. We got to give them these activities. We got to start putting in place these activities and programs, like my man was saying earlier. Start putting into place these programs to help these kids, get them out of school programs so they're not out here running the streets when they get out of school with they knuckleheaded homeboys. Give them something to do. When they get home to school, they should automatically be doing homework. They shouldn't be outside. They should be automatically doing homework. If you ain't, like when I was coming up, do your homework before you go outside. And then they check it. My parents are checking. My mama checking. And if it wasn't right, I had to go back and do it. I don't think these kids doing these days. Now, my kid's mother, she do it. She do it. She got a master's in whatever, so I got full confidence in her to do it. But when they acting up, that's when she hit me up. She say, hey, Buddha acting up or London acting up. London, my baby girl, that's my daughter. I love her to death. So she know not to call me for London. She'll try. But don't call me for London, because that's my baby. I'm sorry. She my daddy's baby, my daddy's girl. But I mean, I still get on her. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad after it, because she might cry or put a sad face on. Little girl. But I still love her. I still try to reel her back in and say, hey, listen to your mama. You know what I'm saying? She said, Buddha is a beautiful name. No disrespect if he told you that. That's him telling you he wants to be a respect king, and he wants and depending on you to show him the path. Start now. Start now. He ready if he 5. He ready to start raking lakes chores. Okay. So start giving him some chores. Okay, I'm gonna tell his mama. I started washing dishes when I was like 8. Let me see. You know, make sure he clean up his room. Make sure he clean up by himself. I'm gonna take that sincere. I'm gonna get with his mom. We're gonna have a sit down. We're gonna start getting Buddha some dang on chores out there. You know what I'm saying? That's his nickname too. He the third. He Kenneth Womack the third. I gave him Buddha when he was a baby. He had a big old Buddha belly, and it always stuck with him. So, thank you, sincere, for that. So, hey, keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm going to be on here for about a couple more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day. I'm going to start doing this every Wednesday. We're going to have a different topic. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk. And we're going to really get this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about what needs to happen in the black community, where we failing at, and all of that good stuff. Now, here is open discussion right here. It doesn't have to be about parenting. Just something that you feel major need to happen in the black community, or where we failing at. We'll take one more topic and then I'm finna get up out of here. I got a couple other things I gotta do. I got also before I forget, if you have a father that wants to be featured on the page, send us a message. Follow the instructions on that message. I'll review it, or one of the team will review it, and I'll get it on there. I do have a full-time job, so I do this through the day. So, all right. Let's see if we get a little topics up here, and we'll call it a night. If y'all don't have one, y'all can say peace, or give me a little peace sign down in the comment section, and we're gonna call it out. We're gonna call it a day. I think we beat this dead horse enough for the night. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. Also continue to thank you for your continued support of the page. Like and share the page. Proud Black Father movement is growing every day. I remember I started this page November of 2016. Started with like 300 followers, and now the page has grew to what it is today. 80,000+ people on the page and growing. That's because the Proud Black Father movement is what's needed in our community. Proud Black mothers, shout out to all the proud Black single mothers out there working. I love y'all. Y'all some hard workers. Shoot, some of y'all working harder than some of these dudes out here. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shoot. But I'm gonna call it a day. Alright, y'all have a good one. Oh, wait. I just caught you, Miss Kimberly. Kimberly said, we as parents should desire for our children to have every opportunity we didn't. Stop letting the TV and cell phones babysit. Letting the children raise themselves isn't going to help. Give me 1 second. I was raised... Oh, let me find my place. She said, I was raised in a house where we had no structure. I knew I wasn't going to do that with my son. At the age of 3, he knew he wanted to be a mechanical engineer. He still desires that, but I introduced things to him. Introduced new things to him, and she said she loved our babies. Thanks for acknowledging my previous comments. No doubt, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for coming on and commenting and giving out some good advice to all these people out here. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate you taking out the time to come and speak with us tonight. Come and sit with us and have a good time. At the same time, I did make a post a couple of days ago. Black men has hurt black women. Black women has hurt black men. We gotta move. We gotta put that all in the past and start coming together. Together as a family and start moving forward. Alright, I'm a firm believer in that. And it's starting to happen already. We're getting together as men and women starting to get move past that hurt and that pain. We're starting to work together. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some of these people don't like it out here. But we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on pushing. You feel me? Alright, I'm calling it a day. I got some work to do. Y'all have a good one. We're gonna be back here next Wednesday. This is Proud Black Fathers signing out. It's Kenneth Womack signing out.